Disney's Winnie the Pooh. Who said who? Eeyore loved warm, lazy days. Think I'll just sit here for a while and take things nice and slow, he said to himself. There's nothing better than doing nothing. Suddenly a loud noise came out of nowhere. Whoo, it said. Who? It's just me, Eeyore. Eeyore answered back. Who are you? Who? Said the noise again. Who? I'm not going to be able to get any rest around here, said Eeyore. So he went off to find his friends to see if they could help him figure out who said who. Eeyore found Pooh thinking very hard on this thinking spot. He told Pooh about the who. You've come to the perfect place, said Pooh. Now all I've got to do is think, think, think. So Pooh thought and thought and thought. Who you say? Asked Pooh. No, replied everyone. I didn't say it. Someone else did. That's what I want to find out. Who said who? And what does it mean? Well, said Pooh, listening really hard. Whoever said who is not in my thinking spot. We'll have to go listen someplace else. Soon the two ran into Piglet. What are you looking for? Piglet asked. We're on the hunt for a who, replied Pooh. Have you seen or heard one today? No, replied Piglet. I don't believe I have. Shh, said Eeyore. I think I hear something. He listened hard. It sounds like a chirp. Birds chirp, said Piglet. And I see a pair in the tree chirping to each other. What do you suppose they're doing? Piglet was certain he knew. One bird says, I think this tall tree is perfect for our nest. And the other says, oh dear, I'm afraid of heights. Perhaps Rabbit heard who. Piglet suggested. You may want to ask him. Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore found Rabbit standing in front of his kitchen cupboard. Rabbit have heard a who? Asked Eeyore. But Rabbit wasn't paying attention. He had his own problems to solve. This must be the squawk I'm hearing, he said, opening the door in his cupboard. Squeak, 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 all day long. Eeyore followed his ears once again. Better have a look over here, Rabbit, he said. A family of mice was living in the bottom of Rabbit's vegetable bin, snacking on the corn and just picked. Squeak, 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 they said. Eeyore tried very hard to understand what all the squeaking was about, but he just couldn't make any sense of it. What do you suppose they're saying? He asked. Oh, I understand it, said a flustered rabbit, scowling at the mice. They're saying, my rabbit's corn is very tasty. We're going to help ourselves in seconds and thirds and leave him none. Outside Rabbit's house, Tigger was bouncing by. Hoo, hoo, hoo. What's new? He asked. Tigger always says, hoo, hoo, hoo. Maybe he's the one who said who, suggested Piglet. No, said Eeyore. It was a loud, deep who. It was Tigger. It wasn't Tigger. Well, I did hear some loud, deep noises coming from the pond, offered Tigger. Let's go see, Donkey Boy. At the pond, Eeyore put his nose into the water and was greeted with a big, wet ribbit. Then another. Those two frogs are croaking. Howdy do you all, Eeyore. I hear something over here, said Piglet, waving to Eeyore. Chatter, 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 said Trip to the squirrels running up and down the tree. I can't tell what they're chattering about, said Piglet. They suggest we seek some expert advice on the who said who. So Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, Eeyore, and Tigger all went to Owl's house to ask for advice. Owl was about to take a nap when his friends arrived. Hello, Owl, said Eeyore. We've heard a lot of animals all making different sounds, but not one seems to know who said who. Those different sounds you heard are the animals talking to one another, said Owl. If they're talking, then why can't I understand them? Asked Eeyore. Because only squirrels can understand another squirrel, and only a frog can understand another frog, Owl explained. I, however, speak many different languages. Then you should come with us, said Eeyore. Maybe you can help us find who said who. If you look as well as you listen, you'll be able to figure out what the animals are saying. Even if you don't speak their language, Owl added, simply watch for clues. See the bee swirling around the buzzers? Owl asked. She's lending the other bees over to those flowers she's found. Perhaps I should follow the bee as well, said Pooh. Bees always lead me right to honey. Yes, said Owl, yawning. That sounds like an excellent idea. I'll just wait for you right here and take a little nap. Hoo, came a noise after the blue. Hoo, 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 hoo. That's the sound, cried Eeyore. He followed the noise to a large tree and looked up. He could hardly believe his eyes. There, on a branch, was Owl snoring, and when he opened his eyes wide, he made a deep, loud hoo sound. The rustling leaves woke Owl with a start. What happened? He asked. Nothing, said Pooh. You were taking a little nap. Did you hear the who again? Asked Owl. Did you know who said it? Yes, said Eeyore. It was you who said who, Owl, when you snoring. Well now, we know who said who, replied Eeyore. It was Owl, and now I know what Owl's who was trying to tell me. It was loud and clear. What's that? Asked Piglet. Who is Owl talk means? Sweet dreams, said Eeyore. Everyone, even Owl himself, agreed. The 100-acre wood was filled with chirping, chattering, buzzing, ribbiting, and squeaking. Early it seemed like a lot of noise, but now he understood the animals talked to each other, and it was all music to Eeyore's ears. The end.